Pathways for Change. My name is Jen, and I'm the Disabilities Advocate and Sexual Assault Counselor at the agency. On this video, we will show you who we are as an agency, as well as go over guidelines for if and when you choose to get services with us. Who is Pathways for Change? Pathways for Change started in 1973 and is one of the oldest freestanding rape crisis centers in Massachusetts. We support survivors from 47 cities and towns in Central Mass. Our main office can be found in downtown Worcester at 588 Main Street. It is easy to get to by car, bus, cab, or other forms of transportation because our office is downtown and next to a bus stop and 5 minutes from the highway. There is a public parking garage available right next door to the main office on the same side of the street. We do validate parking when you come to visit us for counseling, so there will be no cost to you for parking there. Pathways for Change has many other counseling spaces and offices in Central Mass. For example, in Fitchburg, we have an office at the UMass Health Alliance Hospital Burbank campus where counselors can meet you. If one of our offices is not accessible to you, call us and we can see what other options may be available. As an example, a library that has private spaces or rooms in which to meet. At Pathways for Change, our trauma-informed counselors are trained to help support survivors of different types of sexual violence and abuse. Our support is always free, and no insurance is needed. What type of services? What type of services does Pathways for Change offer? We have a voice hotline that is available to call at any time of the day or night. It is available on weekdays and weekends. It is available on holidays. Whenever you need to immediately talk with a counselor, we will be available to listen and support you. This does not mean that a specific counselor will be able to talk with you, but it does mean that you are in good hands with someone who is a trained sexual assault counselor. The hotline number to reach out to us is 1-800-870-5905. For survivors who are deaf or hard of hearing and who use American Sign Language, we also have a statewide video phone hotline available all the time, day or night as well. That video phone number is 508-502-7681. Pathways for Change counselors are available to go with you for support to the emergency room or police station because of a sexual assault. Counselors are available for this support at any time, day or night. Counselors can also be available to go to support you if you are going to court or a doctor's visit that may be difficult because of the sexual assault. This type of support is only available during weekdays, and you'll want to call in advance once you know when these dates will happen. Pathways for Change also offers both in-person and virtual support counseling, which is through a secure video program. The choice is yours. We offer these services to survivors who are 11 years old and older. We also offer counseling for anyone who cares about a survivor, such as their parents, siblings, cousins, and friends. Also partners and support staff. We offer services for people with disabilities. We offer services for survivors who are deaf or hard of hearing through the Deaf Survivors Program. We can also offer referrals and resources to agencies when more support is needed. Pathways for Change sexual assault counselors are not therapists. We do not diagnose, We do not prescribe medicines. We do not take notes. We also do not make assessments or judgments about you that we would or could share with others. We only keep your first name and your attendance. Client rights. I'd like to talk briefly about client rights. You have the right to be treated with respect by everyone at the agency. At Pathways for Change, we believe in human rights. We follow the Americans with Disabilities Act. You have the right to an accessible space at our offices. We also believe you have a right to get support counseling in your language or with an interpreter if you need. Also, if Pathways for Change cannot help you for any reason, we will often offer referrals to other agencies that may be able to help. Confidentiality policy. The service we provide at Pathways for Change is private, and we will help keep your information confidential. We will not share any of your information outside of the agency unless you give us permission. To give us permission, you would need to sign a release of information form. On this form, it gives you the choice of what information to share, with whom, and for how long. You can also stop the request for sharing the information at any time by telling your sexual assault support counselor that you no longer want them to share your information. We can keep your information private if you are meeting with a counselor in person. However, if someone else, who is not a Pathways for Change staff, is in the room with you at the same time, or can overhear your conversation with the counselor, we cannot guarantee confidentiality from the other person. A couple of examples of this would be if you choose to have someone you know in the counseling room for the first time for support. This is fine. However, whatever is discussed during that appointment will not necessarily be confidential because your guest does not have to follow the same rules that a trained sexual assault counselor has to follow. This is also a reason why, if you are having counseling virtually, you must be in a quiet and private space, no interruptions during the time of the appointment. You should not be in open public spaces with other people around, like buses, park benches, coffee shops, etc., or in a space that seems private at the time, but other people can come in and out of that space. It may feel private if you have earphones on, but that just protects others from hearing what the counselor is saying, not what you are saying. Another time we may share your information is with the Pathways for Change counseling team. This is always shared in a private setting. The reason we do this is to support and supervise counselors so we can make sure you are getting the best possible support at Pathways for Change. Counselors are mandated reporters. This means that we are required by law to report when we are concerned about your personal safety. For example, if you are thinking of hurting or killing yourself or someone else, then your Pathways for Change counselor may have to contact emergency services to help keep you and others safe. If a counselor believes that a person is being abused or neglected, Pathways for Change must file a report about the following people: a child up to the age of 18, a person with a disability between the ages of 18 and 59, a person who is age 60 or older, and a person in a long-term care facility. Whenever possible, the counselor will let you know if they must make a report, unless it is unsafe to do so. So that wraps up our informational video about Pathways for Change. Just to recap, we went over who Pathways for Change is, what services we have, part of our clients' rights, and confidentiality policies. Truth be told, we are so much more than what this short introduction shows. We hope you will contact us with any questions you may have, or go ahead and ask to start free services. You can contact me directly by calling the office at 508-852-7600 and ask for Jen, or there are many other ways to contact us. I will leave you with that information and wish you a good day.